Hey guys, this is Brett, and these are your ZRP FIT Notes. I'm here today to give you some extra information on the ZRP bike glove in order to help guide an informed purchase decision, give you an idea of what to expect when you first try them on at home, and ideally steer you towards that perfect size selection. So the ZRP bike glove is designed for those of you out there who appreciate a little extra comfort and protection between your hand and the handlebars, or your hand in the ground should you end up down there. The ZRP's construction starts with a beautiful goatskin leather palm. It's a single pattern piece that wraps around all 5 fingers for added comfort and durability. Then you have 2 ergonomically positioned pads that are made with a 2mm closed-cell foam. And then your top of hand is a really lightweight, breathable, sublimated polyester. It flexes so naturally with the hand you barely notice it's there. A bit about the leather palm. As you're shopping for bike gloves, you'll likely notice that there aren't that many leather palm bike gloves available on the market. The few that I found out there are prohibitively expensive, ranging anywhere from $60 to $80, which is likely why they're not that popular. But from a material standpoint, there's absolutely no reason leather shouldn't be more commonly used. If you look at some other sporting industries where that sense of dexterity and tactile feel is so critical, for instance the golf glove industry or the batting glove industry, you'll notice that a majority of their designs are based around leather palms. And this is for good reason, of course. Leather has a number of excellent characteristics that make it perfect for biking. First and foremost is leather's elasticity. It has that awesome ability to form and mold to your hand, becoming like a second skin. And this provides an unparalleled sense of dexterity and feel. Next is leather's breathability, which is maybe not that well understood if you haven't worn a lightweight leather glove before. But just like our skin, leather is a natural porous material. So when your hand is heating up and sweating on those handlebars, that leather is moving that heat and sweat away from you and actually keeping you nice and cool. And then of course you have leather's durability. It's got great abrasion resistance and it's a really long-lasting material, which is why it's used so commonly in so many industries as a protective material. And finally, you just have leather's comfort. You've probably all had the opportunity to wear some kind of leather garment in the past, be it a glove or otherwise, and had that feeling of, wow, this just feels so nice. It's certainly no different when you put on the ZRP glove. So when first trying on the ZRP at home, I'm hoping you'll find it to feel what I call comfortably snug. And what I mean by that is it shouldn't be a wrestling match to get it on. It shouldn't feel restrictively tight or uncomfortable necessarily. But having it feel pretty tight, really snug is a good thing. When you're first putting it on, it should feel as if it's already having to stretch and form around your hand. It's this extra energy that you're putting into it that ultimately helps it shape and mold to your hand and reach that second skin state. What you don't want to feel when you're first wearing the ZRP is that it's loose or baggy or sloppy anywhere. This just won't be a suitable glove for you when you're on the handlebars. So when selecting your size for the ZRP, you want to stick with your measured size or round down. My hand measures 7.5 inches from end of longest finger to crease at wrist, and that places me squarely into a size 9. And when I wear the size 9, it feels like I've described earlier, where when I put it on, it's already having to stretch and form around my entire hand. So that's perfect. But if you're slightly between sizes, you don't want to round up with the ZRP. You're going to want to round down. If I was slightly smaller than 7.5 inches, say 7.25 inches, I would definitely choose the 8 and not try to stick with the 9. Again, you want it to fit so that you're having to put that energy into it. So the smaller, the better. In fact, when I was developing the glove, I wore a number of size 8s, and even though they were really quite tight when I first put them on, after 3 or 4 rides, even the size 8s ended up stretching and feeling really nice. So if you want to shoot for that uber performance fit, you could even bump down a full size. But I wouldn't necessarily suggest this unless you knew what you were getting into and you've tried something like this before. Otherwise, sticking with your measured length or just rounding down a little bit is going to be fine. In any case, that's it for now. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any other questions after reviewing the additional online resources, feel free to reach out to me at brett@truckgloves.com. I'm always around to help. Thanks a ton. And remember,